Greetings, everyone. Good morning. My name is Chris Sartain, and part of this Kriya Yoga Alliance, which is basically just a group of Kriya Yoga teachers who support one another's work and teaching activities. And so right now, we're doing Sunday service every Sunday. And in the future, we hope to do some courses together, some retreats. There is a retreat coming up actually with Ryan Kurzak coming up in June, a stay-at-home retreat, online retreat. So I highly recommend participating in that if you have a chance. And so every Sunday at 11 a.m., we offer these Sunday services as part of our offerings. You can visit our webpage, which is active now, KriyaYogaAlliance.com. And there you'll find more information about the teachers and our offerings. You can also follow us on social media. We have a Facebook page now and an Instagram page. And hopefully soon we'll have a YouTube page as well. We're currently working on that. And so we'll be able to put these Sunday services up on the YouTube channel for folks that can't attend live. So it's great to see all of you here this morning. I see some of my students from Chile out there as well. I'm here at our little retreat center here in southern Chile that I run with my wife, Carolina. She's not here right now. She's in Santiago doing a teacher training. So this morning, I'll talk briefly, and then we'll have a chance to meditate together. With all that's happening in the world right now, there's a lot of anxiety about the future. Folks worried about the future of humanity, the planet, as well as their own personal future. And so that's normal and natural, of course, to have a little bit of anxiety about the future and all that. And I was recently rereading one of Roy's books, one of my favorites. It's called Our Awakening World. And this was published in 1987. There's a nice photo of Guruji there. And so I was recently rereading this book. Highly recommend trying to find a used copy on Amazon if you have a chance. And as I was reading on page 20, he says something about the future here. So I'll read this passage. Because of prevailing divine influences, I do not fear the future, nor should you. Souls newly awakening will, as they persist with right resolve, be led into the paths appropriate to them. The intelligence of God knows how to see the needs of every person in the intelligence of God knows how to see to the needs of every person in just the right way. The reality of God surrounds us, pervades us, and is specialized as us. Man is not a material being. He is a blend of spirit and matter, and is in the world as an integral part of the process of creation. God is the life, the being, the power, and the substance making everything possible. And so we have to understand that there are evolutionary processes occurring all the time. We don't always fully understand the processes as they occur. And that's okay, because there's a divine intelligence that's taking care of all that, you see. And so the universe is evolving, unfolding. And that there's a divine intelligence behind the scenes that is responsible for that evolution as it occurs. And it's hard for us to grasp with our limited mental capacities these evolutionary processes. But the universe is evolving, and we're part of the universe. Therefore, we are also evolving, and we also have our role to play in this cosmic unfoldment as it occurs. And Roy used to say often that we can learn how to cooperate with this evolutionary process. And so really what that entails is just sort of, as Meister Eckhart used to say, just sort of taking ourselves out of the process. In other words, removing our ego and mind and everything that's blocking that flow of that evolutionary force, or that evolutionary intelligence as it occurs. And so we just really need to get ourselves out of the way, be clear, objective, peaceful, and everything just sort of takes care of itself, doesn't it? Easier said than done, of course, but that's why we meditate. That's why we do our sadhana, the spiritual practices that we do, to become more clear, to become more objective, more peaceful, so that that divine flow occurs without impediment, without obstacles, without blockages. Also, or furthermore, we are conscious beings, sentient beings, intelligent beings, which means we can consciously, intentionally choose to accelerate our evolution. Now, other beings and creatures and such don't necessarily have this option. But as human beings, as these intelligent, sentient beings, we can actually choose intentionally to accelerate our evolutionary process. And so that's really what Kriya Yoga is all about. That's why we practice Kriya Yoga. And of course, the great gurus of our line talk about this quite a bit, that the reason or purpose for practicing everything that we practice is to accelerate that process, that natural process, speed it up a bit. And so we can do that through our practices. And so, and for those of you that are not familiar with the yuga cycles, I highly recommend to read Sri Yukteswar's Holy Science, The Holy Science. There's another good book I recommend called The Yugas by Joseph Selby, which is a deep dive into the yugas. Fantastic book. Highly, highly recommend it. It explains so much about the history of the world, humanity, and the yuga cycles. I believe that's the author's name, Joseph Selby, if I'm not mistaken. And so Satya Yuga, this golden era, this age of enlightenment, occurs as our planet gets closer to this Vishnu Nabi, I believe it's called. It's like this central vortex, which is probably at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And so as our planet gets closer to this power center of this energetic vortex, the evolutionary forces of the planet speed up and accelerate, and we experience a golden age, or an age of enlightenment, Satya Yuga. But the great secret of Kriya is that we don't have to wait 5,000 years. If I'm not mistaken, I think the next Satya Yuga is set to occur in about another 5,000 years. Um, so for those of us that aren't willing to wait that long, uh, Kriya Yoga exists. And so Kriya Yoga is really the understanding that we have everything here within us, within our body, our organism, our astral body, our mind, and all of that. And the Sushumna Nadi is our own personal Vishnu Nadi. So we have this vortex within us, this energetic vortex within us. And so that every time we practice Kriya correctly, and probably not the first few times or the first few months, it takes a little practice and work. But eventually, as we draw our attention and prana into this central vortex over and over again, we experience Satya Yuga at will. And so, in other words, this is the great secret of our tradition and our path, is that we don't have to wait 5,000 years to experience Satya Yuga. As we practice Kriya Yoga and draw our attention and prana into that central vortex each time, we can experience Satya Yuga here and now. I'm sure many of you have had this wonderful, blissful, peaceful experience in the par avasta of Kriya, or the after effects state that we experience after Kriya Pranayama. And so, as so often happens when I'm reading Roy's books, I thought, well, I wonder if there's a passage in this book that sort of affirms that notion. And so intuitively, I just said, well, I'll flip toward the back and see. And sure enough, I flipped directly to page 197. And when you know, right there at the bottom of page 197 is exactly what I was looking for. As many of you who had established this psychic bond with Roy, you know that this psychic bond connection continues unabated, even though he passed some years ago. And it's just been the greatest gift of my life, and the greatest gift for so many of you, to have this psychic connection with a real master. And it continues to this day. And at any rate, so yeah, I turned directly to this page, and here's what Roy says. What the Kriya practitioner does by directing life force through the spinal pathway, Sushumna, the path of God, is to do for himself what nature does for him over a longer period of time. Sri Yukteswar once said to Paramahansaji, Kriya Yoga is an instrument through which human consciousness can be quickened. The ancient yogis discovered that the secret of cosmic consciousness is intimately linked with breath mastery. The life force, which is ordinarily absorbed in maintaining heart action, must be freed for higher activities by a method of calming and stilling the ceaseless demands of the breath. In effect, what nature does over thousands and millions of years in the way of transforming the body and inner organs of experience and perception is accomplished by the person practicing Kriya Yoga Pranayama in only several years. Wonderful. So we'll, on that note, we'll do a little meditation here. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Close the eyes. Relax the shoulders. Let's inhale deeply through the nose. Hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh, relaxing the entire body. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. One more time. Inhale deeply through the nose. Hold the breath. Exhale and relax. Bring your attention and awareness to the breath. Just observe the sensations in the nose with the inhale and exhale. Allow the breath to deepen a bit, expanding the abdomen with the inhale, and the rib cage and chest expand, and the shoulders lift gently at the end of the inhale. As you exhale, relax the shoulders and allow the chest to contract. And at the end of the exhale, the abdomen contracts. Nice, deep, slow breaths, observing the movements of the body as they occur. Enjoy the breath. You can imagine that the air that you're breathing is like your favorite food, your favorite dish. So savor each breath. What is the flavor and texture like as you inhale and exhale? Practice a little square breathing. So I'll guide you through that. We'll inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, and hold for 5. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and exhale completely. Let's inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale slowly with control now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe normally now. And you can observe that the breath is slower, calmer, more refined. You can observe the relationship between your respiratory state and your mental state and energetic state. And the breath is more peaceful, the mind is more peaceful, the energy is more peaceful. At this point, if you'd like to practice a few rounds of Kriya Pranayama, feel free to do so. Or you can repeat a mantra or simply continue observing your breath if you'd like, but spend the next few minutes in silence. So just allow your meditation to proceed as you see appropriate. Now let's draw our attention from prana to the heart center. Let's radiate compassion, love, peace, and light from our heart center out to all sentient beings everywhere. Wish for them their highest good. The consciousness that you are actually non local. So, distance and separation are illusions. So, when we purify and elevate our consciousness, it has an effect on the collective consciousness. So, we should always meditate in a selfless manner for the benefit of everyone everywhere. So radiate compassion and love from your heart center. As you're doing that, I'm going to chant Om Guru Om. You can chant along or simply remain with your attention, awareness, and prana in the heart center. Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om. Om Guru 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 Om Guru, Om Guru, Om. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Guru. We honor the great saints and sages of all enlightenment traditions. In this space, especially, we honor Mahavatar Babaji, Larry Mashaya, Sri Yukteswar, Paramahansa Yogananda, and Roy Eugene Davis and their successors. Om to conclude. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace. And open your eyes slowly. Namaste. Thanks so much for your participation. And feel free to visit our webpage and social media accounts to learn more about the Kriya Yoga Alliance and the online retreat coming up in June. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful week.